about what life at Mission Bay High was like. And today, our moderator is a Mission Bay High graduate, and she just graduated from University of Wisconsin, right? So she can tell us a little bit more about herself, and then we can have the panelists introduce themselves, or we can. But I'll throw it over to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Madison Victor. I graduated from Mission Bay in 2009. I just graduated from University of Wisconsin this year with 2 degrees, one in International Studies and one in Latin American, Caribbean, and Iberian Studies. And I am very excited to be here. So I will let the students each tell you a little bit about themselves and what they're involved with here at Mission Bay, where they're from, and where they're going to college next.
My name is Malachi Johnson. I'm a musician. I play drums from San Diego. I'm from here. I live in North Park. And the college I'm going to is Berkeley College of Music.
Hi, I'm Nikki Sanchetta. I'm a senior here. I'm from Pacific Beach. I was born and raised here. I live up in North PD. At school here, I am an athlete. That's kind of my main thing. I play volleyball, water polo, and on the swim team. I'm also involved with the IB program. I'm not a full IB student, but I am taking 5 IB classes, so I'm just missing 1 class in order to get the diploma. Just for scheduling issues, I didn't do the full diploma. And I'm going to be attending UC Davis in the fall, where I'll be studying international relations with an emphasis in world trade and development.
My name is Connie Tamburini. I am a full diploma student. I just finished the program, so if you have any questions about that, I have all the details. I live in military housing right across from Bayview Terrace Elementary School, and I'll be attending Hawaii Pacific University in the fall, studying marine biology.
My name is Luis Oleta. I live in San Diego, in the City Heights area. I'm not a Hawaii student like Nikki. Scheduling issues. I took 6 classes, 6 IB courses. I'm going to Brown University, and I'm just your average Joe. Not really much sports, but just academics.
Great. I'd like to start. Can you guys talk about what your sense of community is and has been here over the past 4 years at Mission Bay?
For me personally, I moved here as a freshman from Texas, and so the first community that I was introduced to was the military community. And with Admiral Hartman right across the street, we have a lot of students that come to Mission Bay, and so those were the first students that I was introduced to before I started my freshman year. And that was great because they were able to relate to moving around and being introduced to high school, new to the PD area. And so that was great for me. They have days where they come and they bring out breakfasts for all of us. And so it was just really welcoming and warming, and having that transfer into high school was really helpful.
Well, for me, the sense of community here in school, with more related to the academic life, the IB community, students, and teachers, everybody has a one common goal, which is to do as best as you can in class, with the ultimate goal of whether achieving the IB certificate or the diploma. And whether you're an IB student or not, the teachers here, I feel, are really devoted to their job and definitely strive to make your experience at Mission Bay the best experience you can attain. And I personally have felt that all of my IB teachers and my non-IB teachers definitely devote their time and want to see you succeed. When it comes to students, everybody knows each other. It's a wonderful atmosphere. I like it.
Just to add on, I want to talk about just the social aspect of Mission Bay. A lot of people have this preconceived idea that high school has all these cliques and there's like these popular kids that everybody wants to be friends with. And one thing that I love about Mission Bay is that there is no sense of there's popular kids or this cliquiness. It's everybody has their own group of friends, and all the groups are very welcoming. always welcoming members. And I think a lot of that's due to military kids always coming and leaving. So there's just a lot of different diversity in the groups, and you don't get this sense that there's a lot of cliques, and so everybody really feels comfortable and everybody's kind of on the same level, just with different interests, which I think is a great atmosphere to have in high school. There's no pressure, and so.
Yeah, it's kind of like she says, I think it's like a family, because I started with sports and then moved to band, and it's always been kind of like a family kind of aspect. And even though I didn't do the IB part, I can still hang out with the IB kids or hang out with the surfers or something like that. Even though I don't do those kind of things, I can still relate with them. So it's always been kind of like a family kind of school to me.
Okay, great. Can you please tell us a little bit about your experiences with teachers and instructors and how Mission Bay has enabled you to build a support system internally and externally as you take this next step into college?
For me, my music teacher has always been kind of supporting. He's always pushed me to the next level, and whatever I wanted to do, whatever kind of style of music I wanted to play, he would always tell me how to better myself or how to meet people and stuff like that. So he's always been like my main kind of supporter at the school as a teacher, and he doesn't consider himself like a teacher. He's more like I'm here to help you. Come to me with anything. He's more like a father figure to me. So the support here is really good. Nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think teachers are honestly probably my favorite thing about this school. We honestly have some of the best teachers, I think, ever. Like, for example, my math teacher is probably the biggest example of that, Mr. Mora. Some of you might know him. He is, first of all, a fantastic math teacher. I've learned so much from him. But in addition to that, kind of like with Malachi and his music teacher, I can go to Mr. Moore for anything. If you have a personal problem, something's not going right at home, or he can tell almost if you're not on your normal personality or anything, or acting different. And he can even pull you aside after class and talk to you about it. And it's really nice to just have teachers like that at school, and you feel like you can go to them and they're almost like a friend, or they can be a friend when you need one, or kind of like a father figure if you need it at school. And I love having that. It makes me just feel really comfortable in the classroom, like I can approach my teachers for anything that I need.
And it's not just the IB teachers. I have all my teachers are IB, so throughout the day I see them constantly, but I've also been given opportunities from general ed teachers, and that's just because they keep their ears open, and they're waiting to see who's interested in certain things. And so, for example, with the science department, Mr. Walters, he has come up to me with several opportunities to work with the Birch Aquarium and Scripps. And so I've gotten to do so many things with him, and that's just extra support for me in my life, in my future, and in college, and those kinds of things that are giving me that experience and preparing myself for what I'll be studying in the future has just been great. And he's come up to me and just been, hey, I have a program where you can study at UCSD, would you be interested? And so when I didn't know who he was just like, I've heard from other teachers that you're interested in biology, and I thought that I could help you out. And that's just how it is all over campus. So teachers that have students that are interested in music or with sports, they find you and they help you out. They give that extra help, which is great.
Jumping off what Fiona said, and Nikki too, the teachers here just really, they communicate with one another. If you're an IB student, the possibility that a general ed teacher also knows about you it's really certain that everybody knows who you are, because teachers speak to one another. And like Nikki said, Mr. Mora, for me, and Mr. Sample, I built my vocabulary and my public speaking skills, my sense of literature to points I never thought were possible, thanks to his devotion to being a good teacher, to actually trying and really putting aside the fact that he's a superior, a teacher, and just being there as somebody who's really trying to help you. and the sense of community here with the teachers, their inspiring stories, just the fact that they're willing to help is unparalleled. It's something you can't obtain anywhere else. And general ed teachers, I have the same story with Kiana. Mr. Walton offered me the same opportunity, and it was a great 3 weeks at UCSD studying marine microbiome. So whether you're an IB student with IB teachers or a regular student with general ed teachers, it's without a doubt you're going to have experiences, and they're going to offer you opportunities that would be offered nowhere else, and it's going to change your life, change mine.
What benefits and opportunities do you think that have been presented to you that are unique to you attending Mission Bay in your academic careers?
I'll take this one. I think the IB program here is phenomenal. I truly believe, I am just positive that the courses, IB history, IB English, IB French, anything that has IB there, truly makes students stand out. And if they are committed to working hard and putting up with the endless amount of IAs, essays, and the word counts, they can really put the work and try, without a doubt, the reward is grand. I mean, I'm going around, and I'm really convinced that the IB program made me stand out as a student, prepared me, and I'm convinced that as I go into college, I'm going to encounter numerous amount of difficulties, but this program prepared me, and I'm willing to go into the next stage.
And aside from the academics part of it, with sports here at Mission Bay, it's not as competitive to get on the team. And so I think that's a great opportunity for others because you can do multiple sports throughout the season and you don't have to devote yourself to club soccer year-round just to make it on the varsity team. Nikki and I had played volleyball on the varsity team together for 3 years, and we were sophomores when we got on the varsity team, so we were given that chance just because, you know, the school is smaller, but they're also welcoming a lot of different people.
Yeah, just going off with Kiana in the sports, one of the major decisions in my high school career was actually switching from soccer, which I had played for, I think, 10 years, since I was like 4 years old. I played as a freshman on JV, and I decided to switch to water polo, a sport I'd never played. And I decided to switch my sophomore year. And I actually ended up being the varsity goalie as a sophomore, and it was my first year playing. And I actually ended up being pretty good. Our team has been good. We've won 6 consecutive league titles, being undefeated, making it to CIF every year. And honestly, I wouldn't have had that opportunity if I would have gone to a place like La Jolla or Coronado or a lot of the other schools in the district, because a lot of those sports are just so competitive. I know water polo at La Jolla and Coronado they're some of the most competitive programs in the city, and those kids have been playing water polo since year-round, since they were 10 years old. And here I am as a 15-year-old just deciding on a whim that I was going to try the sport, and we actually played La Jolla in the second round CIF this year in water polo. We didn't win, but that's okay, because I figured these kids have been playing club for so many years, and on our team, I think only about 3 kids play off season. The rest of us, we just go in during winter and kind of do our thing, and we end up playing them in CIF, and I just think that's an amazing thing. And that's how it is with almost all sports at this school. I mean, you're almost guaranteed to make a team if you try out and if you're willing to put the work into it, and I think that's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, it's kind of the same with the music too. It's like a lot of schools, high schools, you have to have been playing for a few years or something to make their top music programs or something. But here, it's like you can come in, and if you don't know how to play something, he'll put in the time to teach you. And as long as you're willing to work hard, like you said, then you can do something great. Like he put me on trombone this year. I've been playing drums ever since I've been in middle school. I've been playing drums. That's all I knew how to do. And he put me on trombone this year. Now I'm the leading trombone player in the first period jazz band. So it's like the same thing she said. They get to put in the work, but there's more opportunities here.